Good morning, viewers. I'm Rinki Gugoi and welcome to another delightful episode of Good Morning Nagaland. Today I want to convey a message to all my viewers that be so happy and spread a lot of smiles that when people look at you, they automatically become happy. So let's start our Good Morning show and our day by receiving the blessings of God and see a Bible passage.
The Lord is good to all, and His tender mercies are over all His works. Psalms 149:9.
Psalms number 145 verse 9. The Lord is so merciful. His goodness and His tender love is upon all of us. That ito ko ase isor to mokhan ke iman morom ase isor to tai to iman bhal ase isor to iman merciful ase isor to iman dayalu ase isor tai laga morom to mokhan ekjun ke chuni kena dhoi kena isor tai la morom tai laga bhal pa khan sob isor mokhan la tai la morom khan sob tai la nijor bacha khan ke bhabi kena sob tai la nijor la bacha khan la porte tala morom tala care tala ka blessings khan ase aru itu pra mohan eku bi tension na lui kina mohan life te ki with difficulties obstacles khan ahile bi mohan we have to face them and not run away from them. Remember that when you fall down the only way is up. To mohala isor la blessings khan lui kina isor la ka morom khan papna kori kina life te age jabo lage. To mohan aru we'll move on and see the positive thought for the day.
Beauty begins the moment you decide to be yourself. Coco Chanel.
Yes, Coco Chanel to ekta bishi prominent ekta brand ase itu sob manui itu Chanel la brand hala naam to huni ase aro we girls are obsessed with beauty products and girls are obsessed with dresses and accessories and etc itu hanman beauty hande bishi obsessed take girls kan to even these days boys can be beauty hande obsessed take but remember the Coco Chanel itu pra kwadu beauty do it does not lie in the materialistic things it earthly materialistic things kan de beauty na thake beauty is when you decide to become yourself. We are all unique and we all have a unique charm and unique beauty mukhala inner beauty ekta so manu laga dewi thake to that is the real beauty. The real beauty is mohan nijor laga uniqueness to dikhai she kole mohan nijor laga bitor pra beauty do ola bole shine kurbo dile that is the real beauty koi kena Coco Chanel bright positive thought to janai she and with that positive thought we will move on and see the top headlines for the day. Students Union expresses discontentment over recent developments which fail to administer the interests of students community and requests government to review rationalization of teachers under PAG district. Cricket Tulio Kinso of Nagaland Association for Adventure Mountaineering and Education successfully completes the search and rescue training and awarded with Alpha grade. A prestigious mountaineering course from Nehru Institute of Mountaineering Uttarakshi, Uttarakhand. Nagaland defeats Arunachal Pradesh by 6 wickets in the Call CK Nayudu Trophy at the KIIT Cricket Stadium, Bhubaneswar. Odilemba with a return figure of 4 wickets was the most destructive bowler. Joshua and Akavi shares 2 wickets each. Merekaba also registers a wicket in his name. In a major setback to Aam Aadmi Party in Himachal Pradesh, its state unit, Aam Aadmi Party President Anup Kesari, General Secretary Organization Satish Thakur and UNA District Chief Iqbal Singh joins BJP in New Delhi. European Union imposes sanctions on 2 adult daughters of Russian President Vladimir Putin in retaliation for Kremlin's invasion of Ukraine. EU includes Maria Voronotsova and Katerina Tikhonova in its updated list of individuals facing an assets freeze and travel ban. Viewers, those were the top headlines. Now we will move on and see the print preview where we will be going through the prominent stories of some of the 2 important leading Delhis of Nagaland. First, we have today with us Morang Express. So we will review the top headlines together, then we'll go to the news together. Morong Express, the power of truth. The first headline is the Northeast have agreed to make Hindi compulsory in schools, says Amit Shah. Price jump at source makes fish costlier. Cardless cash withdrawal across all the ATMs soon, states RBI. So we have only 3 prominent headlines in Morong Express today. So the first and the news that has been rounding up yesterday and day before yesterday, RGB, this news, Northeast have agreed to make Hindi compulsory in schools, says Amit Shah. Itulaga oporte bishi charcha hoi kena ahi ase. People have been contemplating and have been discussing on this topic about making Hindi compulsory in schools. So ito Amit Shah ito talaga 37th parliamentary meet on the language ito laga porte ito comment to kurishe aro he said that all of the 8 states in Northeast have also agreed to make Hindi compulsory in schools up to class 10 kuikena janai aro yate next headline to Morong Express wa mohan karine choose korea to it a price jump at source makes fish costlier. Ito Mohanjwakali, we have seen how the hike in fuels will affect the essential commodities. Itla opor ito fish kan laga opor price jump puja laga dikhi pai ase aro yate aro RBI project important news janai she aro ito do cardless cash withdrawal across all ATMs soon. Ito ekta bhal khobor ase mkhan. We often forget to carry our purse and then and so we forget to carry our ATMs along with us. So inika hule do makan sometimes we even we are in short of money makan paisa do withdraw kuribo na pari kena thake ki kole do we don't carry ATM cards with us. So yate ekta bhal khobor ase for forgetful people like me who forget to carry purses or ATMs tahan karne cardless cash withdrawal ahibo koina RBI pra janaise. So let's see the news. The first news that says Northeast have agreed to make Hindi compulsory in schools, says Amit Shah. The Union Home Minister and a Ministerial Corporation Amit Shah say that all the 8 states of the Northeast, including Nagaland, have agreed to make Hindi compulsory in schools up to class 10. Presently, Hindi is offered as a second language subject in Nagaland, among with others such as alternative English, Sumi, Lota, Tenyem, Die, Ao, and Bengali. Shah was quoted making the statement in a PIB release reporting on the 37th meeting of the Parliamentary Official Language Committee in New Delhi on April 7, which was chaired by the Home Minister. He further informed that 22,000 Hindi teachers have been recruited in the 8 states of the Northeast and 9 tribal communities in the region have converted their dialect scripts into Devanagari. No such directive from Centre State School Education. Shah's statement reportedly got the Nagaland state government by surprise, later maintaining that there was no such directive from the centre. Shanavas C. Principal Director, School Education Nagaland, clarified late on April 8 that the School Education Department of the state government has not received any directive or communication from the Government of India as yet. With regard to the comments on the odds of the centre making such a move without consultation, he said, "We hope they won't impose it without consulting the state governments." Yes, ito ekta news ekta ase important news khobor ekta chai ase ajikali ito itla opore bishi charcha hoy ase. In fact, Amit Shah pra Union Home Minister Amit Shah pra jo April 7 te parliamentary 37 parliamentary committee meet on languages laga opore meet rakhya opore ito meeting te tai pra janai that English hina hoi kena Hindi to ekta English la alternative ekta language ase goshi and not to bhal ra khunibo lage heed on this that he said that Hindi is an alternative language to English only and not to the regional dialects koikena tapra ekta strong comment ekta korishe. And with that he added that all the schools in India up to class 10 will have to mandatorily have Hindi as a subject koikena janaishe aro to that alternative will be only English koikena to imposition rakishe. And then he also further went on to say that the Northeast laga 8 states takhan prabi to Hindi ekta compulsory subject hobole manilu she koikena itu statement janai she holibi inika jania to class 10 tak itu Hindi compulsory hubo koikena itu statement korikena la opore news jai thakya joa 2 din nishna de right to news to charcha hoy ase holibi Nagaland laga itu state educational department laga board bra tala principal bra yate janai she that principal director of school education in Nagaland bra janai she itu do the shocking or surprising news for Nagaland because the sender did not have any consultation with the education department of Nagaland. So we have, and then the principal director also admitted that not yet itiatak bi tekhan laga agreement dia nai itiatak bi to laga oporte yes koikena tekhan la green signal dia nai koikena janai she they are yet to have a consultation on this koikena janai she. Or Hindi is not to accept Korean that Hindi will be a compulsory imposition subject on Nagaland koikena. And then the pride to which principal director pride to which that it to sender pride inika imposition kan nakuribo koikena takan pride. So we hope that the sender, whatever decisions the sender is going to take, there must be a proper consultation between all the states principal directors of the educational department. Aro inika palpra kota bachit kriapchiti inika dangor inika imposition ekta lobole lage kile to students kan laga future laga opportunity ekta dangor impact thaki jabo. Although we very much appreciate the language Hindi or English or whatever maybe, it must all be, these are all a means of communication and we also appreciate the language, but it does not mean that a center can impose anything whenever, however they like, without consultation with the people of the states. Now let's move on and see the next news that says price jump at source makes fish costlier. While it was hardly noticed, a fish went off the market shelves in Dimapur recently. There was no cause attributed for the sudden disappearance of fish, but suspicions that it could have been related to the usual illegal taxation or the recent strike by the transporters in Assam. This time, however, the reason was somewhere else. If people in the trade are to be believed, a sudden spike in the price as source forced a temporary stoppage in supply. As claimed by one fish trader, the rate rose by 20% at the main supply source in Andhra Pradesh, affecting a rise of 20 to 25 per kilogram. The hike was attributed to the reduced production. According to the trader, it occurred around the second week of February, rising retail rates here. The cascading effect was not only left by the consumers but also retailers who reportedly were placed in a tight spot, having to placate angry customers on the sudden price jump. It put on hold bulk supply, which lasted for 4 to 5 days, but trucks have started arriving since yesterday, April 7, he informed. The existing rate at source in Andhra Pradesh was said to be pegged at rupees 120 a kilogram. He said, we buy at 120 kilogram and spend around 40 to 41 kilogram for transport and taxes. When it reaches here, the cost works out to around of rupees 162 to 163 a kilogram. One truckload normally contains to up to 10 to 12 tons. Okay, here yet that the price jump at sources makes fish costlier. We have seen in the recent days how there has been a hike in the fuel prices continuously 10 to 12 days nimite. The fuel price can diesel or petrol laga dam kan utija dikhi paise aro itia do 105 tak utikena ase. Petrol laga price per liter 105 tak utikena ase aro diesel laga dam bi something around 96 inika huikena ase. To Itu do bishi uchauti jase 12-13 days nishnai to price hike huikena tiki pai ase mohan 16 days te 14 times price hike hwa laga khobor jani ahi ase khobor itu khan chuli kena ase ar logote itu CNG la dam bi bari kena ahi ase to itu inika price can increase hoi ja fuel price can increase hoi ja to obviously it is a given note that inika fuel la driving price increase hoi jala to ala commodities kan laga price bi uthi jabole thakishe nishna hi ekta sure fact thakishe given fact thakishe to itu pura yate mohan ekta news ekta paisha that fish laga dam do barhi jaise inika koi kena janai ase aru itu fish laga price to ki kane barhi kule to itu transporters kan ta khan inika pra janai do tahan source te pra fish to tai kodi bra retail nijor original source te pra ania laga jaga te pra hi dam uthi jaise koi kena koi ase aru Andhra Pradesh te yate normally fish to Andhra Pradesh 20% te inika bikai ase kushi aru 120 per kilogram te bikai ase kushi Andhra Pradesh te to inika retailers kan itu 120 per kilogram kini kina aru inika market te sell kro time te customers kan logote bishi halla chila face koribo lage customers kan laga gussa kan face koribo lage koi kina janai ase to itu prata kan bishi din prai to fish laga bikri koria to bon kori kena thakise kushi holibi itia aru bi eta sources kan pra aru fish to aru transport koribola shuru hoa hoise aru joa kali April 7 te aru fish laga stock to aru arrive horibole pari ase kushe and we know that fish laga dam to already sourced te prahi 120 per kilogram ho jese Andhra Pradesh inika ho jese aru eta hanbak janai ase eto tala source te bi kom ho jabra komti ho jabra hi inika dam to jese hole bi our transporters kan from Andhra Pradesh to alag Pradesh khante lui jabole time te ta khan etu tela dam bi uti jan nimite ta khan in one truck ta khan 10 to 12 tons hi lobo pare kushe to iman it is not sufficient to supply to whole of the state to Pradesh pura te supply koribo kane sufficient na hoy kushe to it sufficient na hoan nimite ta khan ekta one time transport kwamde 10 to 12 tons hi anikena 10 to 12 tons khana anikena we source te 120 per kilogram hoikena aru yate ahikena bika time te ta khan aro customers logote retail price te dibole time te do bishi chamela ho jai itu prahi te khan lai ku profit na thakyan nimite labh na thakyan nimite itu fishes laga price to bishi ho ja market te dikhi paise so we can only expect that the government can look upon the fuel prices laga upor de junto chamela hoye se problems khana kya upor de joldi samadhan ani dibo lage and then ito sources khan pra bi ito market khan pra asani pra ani bole pari bole nimite aro market khan de nika ito ekta commodities khan essential commodities khan upor de price khan na bari bole karne janta khan karne phalo nimite we are expecting the government to look into it and we can only pray that things can all come to normal. Now let's see the next news. They say that cardless cash withdrawal across all the ATMs soon. RBI prajanai in a bid to check fraud, the Reserve Bank of India on Friday decided to permit all banks to introduce cardless cash withdrawal with through ATMs. Currently, cardless cash withdrawal through ATM is a permitted mode of transaction offered by a few banks in the country and on us basis for the customers at their own ATMs. Major lenders like SBI, ICICI and HDFC Bank are offering this facility especially through their cardless transaction-enabled ATMs. To use the facility, a customer has to register on the app or website of the respective bank and initiate a cardless cash withdrawal transaction. Following this, the customers get a PIN which is required to be punched into the system for withdrawal. With the latest RBI announcement, the cardless transaction can now be done at all the ATMs irrespective of the bank. It is a good news for all of the customers. Makan, we all know that these in the recent days, makan bishi cyber crimes and bank fraudsters kan laga cases kan bishi report kuriya dikhi paise. Nagaland tebi Dimapur laga ekjon citizen, Dimapur laga ekjon public ekjon lagote ekta fraud hoikina tai customer care logote call kuriya temte tai laga puisa inika fraudsters kan pra puisa do luti loa laga news makan Nagaland NLTV pra janaise. If you can remember, to inika bishi we have seen a lot of cases of fraudsters, bank laga fraudsters can bishi dikhi paise aro even we know that day to day life te inika phone calls spam calls kana hikena they ask for their pin numbers kan aro customers care ase koi kena customer care laga phone ahishe koi kena bank pra apna pin mangye se bank pra apni laga to account number mangye se naga koi kena apni laga account e problem ahi ase inika kiki inika fraudsters kan phone kuri kena inika details kan mangi kena mohan ke luchibo try kore and then people who are not vigilant enough tai kan they fall prey tai kan hi to shikar ho jai inika via fraudsters kan laga shikar ho jai mohan la news bishi jani pai tekse to itu pra RBI pra itu kan sob laga opor dewa sai kena they have brought out a cardless transaction itu sob ATMs kan te nijor laga bank la ATMs kan te cardless transaction hobo limited kan inika ATM booths kan banabo launch koribo koi kena koise so that we don't have to carry our cards along even if we forget to carry our cards along with us mokan cardless transaction koribo paribo and then you cardless transaction to save hobo koi kena janai se kila gole to mohani to cardless transaction kuria time te pin ekta hibo itu pin to mala nijor laga phone te hi hibo aro itu phone to ahia laga pin to makan itu system te punch koribo laga system te dial kori kena aro makan itu makala paisa khan withdrawal or deposit can be cardless deposit cardless transaction khan koribo le paribo nimite RBI pra Reserve Bank of India pra itu good news to janaise and we have also seen how SBI laga niche te yono laga app te cardless transaction bi koribo pare to here we have seen that RBI pra janaise that ICIC Bank HDFC Bank aro SBI can already they can cardless transaction limited customers can get say but it has not become a norm but slowly things will normalize our cardless transaction he normalize hojabo and then there we will expect the RBI is expecting that there will be lesser cases of fraudsters bank fraudsters with given this cardless transaction ito cardless transaction ahi apiste ito fraudsters kan la case to komti hojabo koina dikhi pai ase so with this we would like to wind up today's print review section. Viewers, now it's time to move on and see today's fact of the day.
Swara Bhaskar, an Indian actress, was born on April 9, 1988. Kristen Stewart, an American actress and filmmaker, was born on April 9, 1990.
Ajila fact man entertainment sector pra anikena man amne hanke janai dise I hope you enjoy today's fact of the day aroitia we will move on and enjoy a good melody because it's morning melody.
Dishimaya ayeri polo niye amuri memila kishinya.
khi tôi nó im lối thì đi nó ý thì anh đi ta là nó kiki mi hi ba ui khi lu moa kim kiu cứ tự ta si về nhà rengu no im lo pesu asheshi no uvelo asheshi no uvelo asheshi no uvelo tishimoye ayeri paulo niye amlori memila kishinya no que o ilomi rengu no im lo pesu asheshi no uvelo asheshi no uvelo asheshi no uvelo
Beautiful and heart-touching. I hope all our viewers enjoyed that melody. And today's episode to Yati Kotomobalase. We will see you tomorrow at the same time and the same spot. But before leaving, we will update you with today's weather updates, and have a blessed day.
New YY Dynamite Instant Noodles. It's extra spicy. Taste that will blow your mind.
इतो टेंग तो निपको टच ब्रांड लगा हुआ नहीं हुए आज अपनी लगा हरती एक तभी बचबो था क्या नहीं दे ईश्वर के धन्यवाद जीवी इतो निपको टच लगा ब्लो मोक देंगे ऐसे